Welcome to the US 30 Corridor Plan Summary Presentation for Recommended Improvements. The following projects and recommended improvements are the result of safety and traffic operations analysis of the corridor. The corridor plan includes intersections on US 30 in Boone County between R18 L Avenue, west of the Des Moines River, to Lincoln Way X Avenue interchange on the east limit of the county. Per a prior study effort started in 2015 by the City of Boone, a survey was conducted to understand general public comfort level with intersections and traffic characteristics in a portion of the corridor. The results are listed here. The corridor plan has been developed to address crash history and potential, traffic operations, and develop recommended improvements for short, mid, and long-term planning of improvement projects. This exhibit shows daily and peak hour traffic demand for various segments of the US 30 corridor and the intersecting roadways. US 30 has approximately 8,000 to 9,000 vehicles per day in the segment between L Avenue and Story Street, and 13,000 to 17,000 vehicles per day between Story and X Avenue. Truck traffic ranges from 7 to 13% throughout the corridor. Traffic over the past 10 to 12 years has remained relatively stable or experienced slight decreases and increases of 1,000 to 1,500 vehicles per day. The corridor has experienced 7 fatal crashes over the period from 2018 to 2023. 4 of these occurred at intersections, with 2 at Marshall in recent years. Several intersections have a potential for crash reduction, or PCR, in the high, red color, or medium category, yellow color. These are in comparison to similar intersections statewide. The intersections with high and medium PCR ratings are the locations identified for short-term Phase 1 and Phase 2 improvements, specifically between South Story Street to Snedden Drive. The top priority for the improvements are to reduce severe and fatal crashes. It is important at locations with severe injury fatal crashes to develop short-term feasible solutions that can be implemented in the next few years, yet maximize safety benefit versus the cost. However, improvements also need to consider long-term corridor planning for US 30, similar to freeway access control through Ames and current work in Nevada to develop interchanges and limit access points. This could be the future need for US 30 between Boone and Ames. Given the divided expressway and higher mobility type of corridor US 30 currently is, various intersection treatments range from basic stop control to full interchanges. This matrix shows feasible intersection traffic control alternatives for the corridor versus the related characteristics and relative costs. Short-term opportunities with median closures, roundabouts, and reduced conflict intersections provide the greatest safety benefit versus the cost. These also have simpler design and construction and have the least impact on the corridor and right-of-way. Construction will begin this fall or next spring to close the median opening at 230th Street. Traffic on 230th Street will then only be a right-in, right-out movement, and US 30 westbound left turn traffic will reroute to the Iowa 17 interchange. Cost estimate for this work is $133,000. Similar improvements were made to T Avenue in 2016, and a significant reduction in total crashes and severe injury and fatal crashes have resulted in the 7-year period since. Construction will begin this next spring to create an offset T intersection for R18 L Avenue by closing the North Roadway approach and relocating it east. This will create 2 reduced conflict intersections to help mitigate prior severe injury and fatal crashes. Cost estimate for this work is slightly more than $2.1 million. To address the frequency of all crashes and the severe injury and fatal crashes between Story Street and Snedden Drive, a Phase 1 project is proposed to include a median closure to only right-in, right-out traffic at Lynn Street and the reconstruction of Marshall to become a roundabout intersection to support the reduced speeds in the area. These types of improvements have been proven to have a significant impact on severe injury and fatal crashes. Cost estimate for this work is approximately $3 million and could be designed and constructed in the next 2 to 3 years. A Phase 2 project following Lynn and Marshall includes the reconstruction of Story Street to become a roundabout intersection to support the reduced speeds in the area yet improve efficiency of the all-way stop. Alternate A improvements at Snedden Drive include a roundabout intersection. Cost estimate for this work is approximately $5 to $6 million and could be designed and constructed in the next 3 to 4 years. An alternate B for Snedden Drive includes a reduced conflict intersection typical of higher speed divided expressway highways that simplifies the conflict of turning and crossing movements at the intersection through medians and downstream turn lanes. These help reduce the number of conflicts for drivers, thus reducing crash potential. It does require some additional driving distance, but no more than a quarter to half mile, and safety benefits far outweigh this additional travel. Cost estimate for this work is approximately $4 to $5 million and could be designed and constructed in the next 3 to 4 years. If conflict increases and safety performance declines, other intersections like Montana Road, Noble Hills Drive, and Kate Shelley Drive could also be logical locations for reduced conflict intersections similar to Snedden Drive. Cost estimate for this work is approximately $1 to $1.5 million per intersection and time dependent upon continued safety performance. If conflict increases and safety performance declines, U Avenue is also a logical location for a reduced conflict intersection due to peak hour conflicts during the United Community School District year. Cost estimate for this work is approximately $1.5 million and time dependent upon continued safety performance. For long-term US 30 corridor planning and safety performance, the other logical consideration is continued freeway access control, similar to Ames area and the upcoming changes through Nevada. This would include new grade separated interchanges at key intersections from Story Street to the Lincoln Way interchange on the east end. This exhibit displays potential interchanges for Story Street and Snedden Drive. Local road access intersections in between would require closure, and an extensive local frontage road street construction would be required to reroute existing local street and access drives to the new or existing interchanges. This would also require significant right-of-way purchase. This new network of streets is concept level only. Additional implications and much further refinement will be developed with property owner input if design would proceed. A concept level cost estimate for the new interchanges and local street network is $70 to $80 million and could take a minimum of 10 years to be budgeted and all the associated right-of-way, environmental impact, and design work to be developed before construction could begin. This exhibit displays the continued freeway access control between the existing Iowa 17 interchange and Lincoln Way X Avenue interchange. The concept includes a new interchange at V Avenue. Again, an extensive network of local frontage road street construction would be required to reroute existing local street and access drives to the new or existing interchanges. A concept level cost estimate for the new interchange and local street network is $60 to $70 million and could take a minimum of 10 years to be budgeted and all the associated right-of-way, environmental impact, and design work to be developed before construction could begin. Next steps for the corridor plan include the two intersection projects for 230th Street and relocated L Avenue, slated for construction this fall and next spring-summer. Final planning and safety funding budget process will continue for Story Street to Snedden Drive area for the intersection projects to improve safety. To view additional information regarding the study or for an email link to submit questions or comments to project staff, please refer to the Iowa Department of Transportation website and the specific US Highway 30 Corridor Plan project page. We ask that you submit your comments and questions in writing through the web link on this screen by no later than June 30th, 2023. On behalf of the Iowa Department of Transportation, thank you for participating in this important public meeting.